Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome back to Freelance and Friends. Yeah, I feel like we kind of wanted to make an episode today because we just want to talk with each other.
Yes, yeah, this is just like an excuse. It's just like,
Yeah.
we
And
wanted
it's
to
nice to be
call each
back.
other, right?
Yeah.
We wanted to just like do a regular phone call, but it was like, well, it could be a podcast episode.
Yeah.
It could be used as a podcast episode. So why not?
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think we're at least going to try it. So if nothing, then you guys get to come along for a regular phone call where
Phone
we talk
call.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Where you guys get to know a bit more about how we're doing in the new year.
How are you doing in the new year?
I'm doing really good. I actually, yeah, I feel I've decided that I really like January, like
Yeah?
in general. I just feel like the last few years I've always enjoyed this month a lot.
Mm,
And I haven't really enjoyed it that much when I lived in Bergen, actually. I think it's because here it's like really deep winter when you're in
yeah.
January, and it's like the most beautiful winter month. So it's like
Mm,
all the trees are covered in this white layer of frost, and it's like snow all the time. And then it's sunny, and it's also this like golden sunlight that you also get in Bergen, of course, but you have the snow as well. So yeah, I like the month January. And
yeah.
it's very often a month where I am not touring and I just have time to start new projects, and yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
honestly, like usually I really love January because it feels
Mm.
like the Monday of the year, and I'm actually a pretty big fan of Mondays. I know that's
Yeah.
not a popular opinion, but I kind of like the strict sort of like this is where the week starts and this is where I can like begin. So
Yeah, I
so in
know.
that sense I can like make Sunday like super chill because on
Mhm.
Monday everything begins again. And January feels that way too. Like I can get like a jump start on the year, so I can just like get in there. But this year, I sort of put the expectations a little bit too high.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. I was saying like in December, I was so like, oh, 2025, that's gonna be my year. It's gonna be so amazing. Everything is just gonna like fall into place, and everything is gonna be so easy. And then
Mm.
suddenly January was here, and I was just like, I have no idea where to start. I was just
Oh.
like, yeah, it was too much. And then I got sick. So I've been sick for like a week already of January. So it became sort of a slower start than I wanted it to be. But I
What
mean,
what are like the expectations about? Like what like areas of your life did you have all these expectations for? And
well, last January, I had like a goal to do business courses in January, and I did.
I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's what's like how I began the year was that the first week of January, I sat down and I did business courses, and it felt
Mm.
great. It felt amazing, but it was like this year I didn't have a clear goal, just a lot of like things that I knew I needed to work on. So I knew that like in February I'm planning to do a painting course
Mm.
at me and my boyfriend's new studio at Bryggen. And I knew that I needed to begin, but I didn't know where to begin because suddenly that felt like such a big task to do the research of like, what is basic watercolor skills and do I even have them? Because it's like, I've been painting for
Mm.
a while, but I've never sort of did the deep dive of basic watercolor skills. I just do it instinctive, like by instinct.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
suddenly it became a bigger task than I had prepared for it to be. And it was just like, yeah, it's so much planning. And also, I knew like the pole fitness courses would start up again in January. And I felt like I needed to prepare for that because for the first time, I'm a pole fitness level 2 instructor.
Mm.
So that's different too. And it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I had so many things I really wanted to get a jump start on.
Yeah.
And I sort of just didn't know how to begin.
Yeah, that makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe January is like the perfect January is a month where you can just like take courses, listen to podcasts, and like lay like the groundwork for your year and like
Yeah.
prepare. But if you have like all of these like actual tasks that you
Yeah.
really need to do, like, and specific like, I don't know, jobs or like commissions or something like that, then maybe
Yeah.
it becomes a bit more stressful because you don't necessarily have the same time to just reflect, or
Yeah, that's the thing. I
I don't
haven't
know.
had any time to reflect at all. And also, like,
Yeah.
suddenly I got this big commission that I thought would begin in November last year, but they didn't reach out. So I thought, okay, so it's postponed. But I didn't know when
Mm.
it would start. And then suddenly, like early January, they reached out and they want the commission to be done by the end of February. And I was just
Oh,
like, that's kind of quick. So
yeah.
now so
Yeah.
now it's suddenly like all the plans that I had already planned out sort of just have to be like pushed a little bit to the side because this has to be finished
Mm.
really quickly. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's been a weird January so far, but I still have high hopes for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give up on
Yeah.
those.
No, 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 no. No, no. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess like you had a lot of things happening in the start of this year, but that's maybe because you did a lot of things last year to like build up
Yeah.
to this year. So maybe that's just why. Like it's just
Yeah, it
building
just
off
has
of
to
what you
be
did.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, because last year, like January was such a free month. It was just like, oh, I can spend this month just painting whatever I want. This is like
Mm.
my artist month. And
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've actually gotten to be an artist this month, like
No.
yet. So yeah.
Yet. Mm.
Yeah.
But you usually take it off like from being in the shop, right? So you don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is closed, semi-closed. So my employee is there 2 days a week.
Okay, so it's
But
open
there
now. Mm.
Yeah, it's semi-open.
Yeah.
But there are a little bit of pressure from Bryggen to keep it
Okay.
open like 5 days a week still.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll see. I think I'll
Mm.
have to be back 5 days a week in February.
Mm.
Yeah. So there's a lot
Oh, I
going
haven't
on.
thought about.
Yeah.
Do you think that in the year 2024, now we're into phone call mode because now I'm like completely off track immediately from what we were talking about. But do
Come
you
on,
think
give it.
that do you think that in the year 2024 that like you had your shop open more than you have ever had before, since there was a lot
Yeah.
of pressure and you also got an employee?
Yeah.
Do you think that
Yeah. Yeah.
contributed to like your better sales?
I think so, but in other ways, I wasn't open as long as I was the year
Mm.
before because when I was there, when I was the only employee, I sort of decided when I opened and closed. So I could stay like 8 hours some days because it was a good sales day. But
Yeah.
since I now have an employee, I have
Mm.
to be like cautious and conscious about her working hours, right? So I can't ask her to suddenly be there 8 hours a day when the shift originally was like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
hour wise, I think it was less. Um, but more days, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe that is a good strategy then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Mm.
But I was completely closed in January last year and barely open in February. So I think that will change a
Yeah.
bit this year. Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah. Because it was a really good year in Anna's business. Everybody.
Yes.
It was a
Yes.
really, really good year. It is so crazy.
Stop it. Stop. No.
You have no idea. Like, I have been so excited about this. Actually, like, I've told so many people.
No, really?
I'm so sorry. I was just so excited about it. I was just like, I don't know. I feel like I haven't necessarily said your name or like, but I've just been like to a lot of people. I've been like, so I have a friend who does art, and do you know what she earned this year? Because I've just been like, it's so unheard of.
It's crazy. It's
And that's why I'm so
crazy.
excited to tell people, because I'm like, it is possible, everybody. Like, you can actually earn like a lot of money from it if you're good at it, you know? And it's like, yeah, I've just been very excited about it.
Oh, yeah. I'm so like still I don't feel like it's really sunken in like
Yeah.
how well it actually went. Because in my head I still have imposter syndrome and I'm just like, ooh, it's all just gonna crumble any day now. It's all just like a strike of luck and suddenly
Mhm.
everything is gonna turn. So I can't, it's like I have to learn how to sit with
Yeah.
things and just like let myself be proud of myself
Yeah.
because it is an achievement. It is a personal achievement, but it's so hard to actually take it in, you know?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Why can't we be proud of ourselves? Why is
Yeah.
that so hard?
Yeah. Just thinking about the next step all the time, you know, instead of just
Yeah.
being like, wow, that was really cool,
Yeah,
you know?
right?
Hmm.
It's always just like the thought of leveling up. Like what's next?
Yeah.
What is the next step to get even
Mhm.
better numbers or even better like
Yeah.
results?
Did we talk about? I feel like last year it would be interesting for the people that are listening, because we had a similar episode to this one last year.
Mm.
Did we actually talk about? I think we talked about the earnings
I
somehow.
think we did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
well,
I think
I doubled that plus a
yeah.
little bit more. If you want to go back and listen to the old one, I doubled it plus a little bit more.
You don't want
Go
to say
check it
what
out.
you earned in this episode. People
No,
have to calculate it.
they have to go back to the old episode and listen to the
Oh
numbers
yeah,
I said then.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's good.
That is promoting, baby. That's how you
Yeah.
promote your podcast.
Oh, you're such a businesswoman now.
I know.
Yeah. But I feel like last year it was kind of the same thing. Like, you were kind of proud of the year you'd had, and it was a really good year. It was the best you'd had
So
earnings
far,
wise.
yeah.
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 And then you went straight to taking business courses. You know, you were very much
Yeah.
about leveling up.
Mm,
But it was also, I think it's like a two-sided coin, because I think it was also excitement
yeah.
from how well it was going that
Mm,
made you want to level up even more. And, you know,
yeah.
do you think the business courses were part of why you doubled?
In a way, I
What are the
think,
tricks?
yeah, well, I think when I started taking it more seriously, I think it was the mindset of it that sort of
Yeah.
changed it. That I needed to look at my art business a little bit more like constructive. I needed to like see what works and what doesn't work, I need to remove, you know?
Yeah.
So it
Mm.
felt like more like I had to learn how to like kill my darlings in a way.
Mm.
So even though like in my shop, for instance, even though there's a print that I really, really love, if it doesn't sell, it doesn't
Mm.
need to be there in a
Yeah.
way. So I
Yeah.
had to change it out and like actually keep track of what is popular. And before that, I hadn't really paid a lot of attention to that because I didn't want to in a way, because I
Yeah.
felt like that shouldn't matter, you know? It
Mm.
should be because I like it that I put it out. But paying attention to that helps a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, sadly.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
you are, but interesting. But it's like, still, I feel like you make so much. Like, you paint so many things.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't feel like it was too sad that you had to take away a couple of paintings
No,
every
no,
now and
no,
then,
no.
because you always produce new ones, and it's like you're not like just reproducing the same ones. Like, all the things you're selling in your shop are just reproductions of the
Oh
most
no.
popular ones
Yeah,
from
yeah.
3 years ago. You know, it's not like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's still pretty aligned.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
also like in the beginning of the year last year, I finally set my prices a little bit higher.
True. We talked about that in an
Yeah.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, because I hadn't changed my prices in like what, 6 years?
Yeah.
Right? Like companies put their prices up every year. like
Yeah,
percentage
yeah.
wise. They put their prices a little bit higher every year, and that's the way it
Mm.
should be because I mean, inflation, everything is getting more expensive. So I
So
can't be just lagging behind, and if
mhm.
I want to like actually be able to live, I need to follow that inflation. So so yeah,
It
so I
was
put my
time.
prices. It was time. It was. Yes. So I put my prices up and that helped. And I tried to actually check if my sales had gone down, like how many prints had been sold compared to
Mm.
the year before, because it could be that since I had earned more, there could still be less sales because the price is higher. But actually the sales are higher too. So it's like
Yeah.
both has increased in a way. So
Mm.
yeah.
I think it's a good thing you put your prices up, not just because it was time, but also because
Mm.
the Norwegian kroner is so low.
Weak. Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, even though you have put your prices higher, I don't think it matters that much to that many
To the
people because
tourists. Yeah.
yeah, because they still have the currency that is stronger. So,
True. Yeah, I
and I
didn't even
guess
think about that.
I think that is also part of why you have more sales, to be honest, because people are probably more willing to buy stuff when they come to Norway now than before. Because before they would always think like, oh no, everything is so expensive in Norway. But right now, there's this general mindset in like the tourism world that things
Mm,
in Norway are actually cheaper now than ever, you know? So
mm.
it might be a good thing for you actually.
That's true. I mean, because last year too, it's been a tourist boom. Like there's been
Yeah.
so many tourists in
Hmm.
Bergen. Um, and a lot of them I think are because of climate change as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that sort of escape their very, very, very hot summers to go
Hmm.
to Norway. So I
Yeah.
don't think that will stop. I think sadly that will
Mhm.
get worse in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It's
good
not
for
sad for your
business.
business though.
No, that's the thing. It's good for business. It's bad for the
Yeah.
environment. It's bad for everything else. But for me
Yeah.
personally, it's a win.
Yeah. It's pretty
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but I think yeah, but I also think right now it's like go to Norway now because the currency is so weak. Just go there
Mm,
now because now is the best time. I think a lot of people are told that this is the time to visit Norway.
mm.
So yeah, I should also make more videos, you know, like the Bergen video
Yeah, yeah.
and like
I mean,
capitalize on this tourism boom. Yeah.
absolutely, you should. I mean, we had planned to make the
Yeah.
part three, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward. It's doing really well now. It's like I looked at it yesterday. It was like 33,000 now.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Eh?
They do really well over time. Like in the beginning, it was at the bottom of all my
Yeah.
videos that month or not that month, but that year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I posted it, it did really badly, like horribly, and then it just climbs over time like nee 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 nee
Yeah,
nee.
yeah, yeah.
That is what
Like
happens to
every
these
time people
tourism
Google.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Oh.
they Google it. So yeah, it's funny. It's a good
Hmm.
thing, I think, for
Yeah.
for our businesses.
Yeah. Do you have planned to make any more like touristy videos?
Yeah, yeah, that is so hard because I feel like I actually this summer I was all about it. I was like, actually, Bendik, I've figured it out. I'm gonna just start making only like or not only, but like more videos like that. I'm just gonna
Hmm.
like reach out to hotels and like different places and see if they can host me. And I'm gonna make like all of these like Norway travel videos. And then I will have the vlogs from my cottage in between, but it will still
Yeah.
be like a lot of like Norway travel content.
Hmm.
And then what was it? Yeah, we went to Senja and I hated editing that video.
Oh
I
no.
felt so bored. And I actually always feel very bored when I'm editing those videos. Like, I like
Yeah.
the ones with us because it's kind of fun and I'm laughing a lot while looking at it
Yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
there and it's like our dynamic. And like, I think that is funny and it's like cozy and easy to edit. But it's like, there's like this lacking depth in a way.
Yeah, there's no story in a way.
Yeah, and it's still fun. It's more fun to film. It's like a lot of
Yeah.
fun to film because I'm experiencing a lot of cool things.
Mm.
But then when I'm gonna edit, it's more like just like listing things in a way, just like day, 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 day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bored, and then I was like, I can't do this for like all my videos. Then I'm just gonna stop making videos because I just
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
But if I did that, I'm sure my channel would actually grow
Quite
quite
a
a bit.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it would
There's
grow
probably
like exponentially because it would be like every time people search Bergen, they would still find the older videos, and then I would
mm,
make newer videos, and it would just be like this rolling thing.
yeah.
So I think it would actually work like really well.
Yeah.
Maybe I should just kill myself for like 2 years and just do it, and
And
then
just do that and then like grow your fan base.
yeah, and then I
Yeah,
can do whatever I
yeah.
want.
I
Yeah,
mean, if you just do like one or two a year and
yeah,
then steadily just grow it that way, it will
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do like maybe 4, I think, a year
Yeah.
now because I
Yeah,
travel
that's right.
more.
Yeah. Because you
Yeah,
travel. Of
yeah.
course.
But I've started doing it more like consciously that instead of making a vlog from, for
It is.
example, Stavanger, I make a travel video from Stavanger
Mm,
because it's easier to edit, it's easier to film, and it also gives me more views over time. So I used to just film like our regular life before, like
mm,
just touring and our lives, and my like my core base of viewers, they love that. They love
mm.
the day-to-day life, the real stuff, like the real stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And my new viewers, they love the travel videos. So it's like a balance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It must be hard to like try to please everyone in that way.
Uh,
And also like the travel videos must like you must do a lot more research, right?
yeah. And it's a bit stressful because it's actually something that people will take to heart and do.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give them a bad tip. Like, I don't want to give them, like, do this. And then it's like horrible. So,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
yeah. But I do mostly like I make travel videos from places that I know really well
Mm,
already.
mm.
Stavanger, Bergen, I know those places. It's not that hard to,
Yeah. To know
yeah.
what's good and bad and yeah.
Yeah, I have my own personal favorites, it's easier.
Yeah.
But with Senja, it was a little bit stressful actually because it's like so big.
Mm.
So you just have no idea what is actually a good idea to do, and
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
Was
okay.
that where
You just
your camera blew over, right? That
That was
was Sunny.
Nordkapp.
Nordkapp, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one isn't doing that well. I think that it's maybe not a place that so many people research and go
No,
to.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think more people go to Senja than they go to Nordkapp.
Senya is very well known. It's
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
typical like the image you see when you Google Norway. I feel like that's Senja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people always think it's Lofoten, but it's usually Senja in those
Yeah,
pictures.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's becoming the new Lofoten in a way because a lot of people actually travel from Lofoten and over to Senja by this ferry.
Ah.
So a lot of people go and keep going in a way instead of just stopping in Lofoten.
Are there like artist residencies in Senja? Do you know?
There was one.
Mm.
Actually, there was this guy that was at your birthday party. It was his parents. It was funny.
At my birthday party?
Yeah,
Yours.
no, yours. Many, many years ago, like 100 years ago. Like I think it's like 6 years ago or something. But I
Who?
remember because I'd just been to Træna and the artist
Mm.
residency there, and I came home. It was your birthday. Bendik and I came,
Yeah.
and we talked with this guy while we were smoking, and like, oh yeah, we just went up north to this residency, and he was like, yeah, my parents are from Senja, so I know about the north. And I was like, oh, yeah, there's an artist residency there too. It's called Kråkeslottet, so like the Crow Castle. And he was like, yeah, that's their place. I was like, really? Like, what are the chances that he's just there? I had just been Googling the whole thing, and he was just like,
What?
yeah, it's funny.
Who was
I
this
don't
guy?
remember his name. I don't remember.
Okay, okay.
Maybe he was just a stranger dropping by. Who knows?
But I've heard about like a lighthouse, a retired lighthouse that has been turned into an artist residency somewhere up north. I don't know where.
Yeah,
Maybe it's Lofoten.
that is Lofoten. That is
Yeah.
Røst. It's like one of the islands at the end, at the tip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to be in like an old lighthouse. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
It looks really cool. I have also discovered one new one that is in Finnmark and is also in
Ooh.
one of these islands. And it's also like, I think, a lighthouse. Yeah, it looks really cool. It's like
Ugh.
very, very remote. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is something I really want to do in the future is do artist residencies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it
you
will
would
have
like
to
it.
wait. I mean, I still have Boomy, but
Yeah.
yeah, in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would like it, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Just
Hmm.
like escape into the wilderness somewhere and just
Yeah.
like disconnect in a way because that's something that I've been struggling as well like in January. I think sort of December just messed me up a bit because December was a little bit too much. And before December last year, I had managed to like grow this like inner peace within
Oh,
myself a
December
little
is
bit.
always such a hassle.
I know, right? And like during summer, I was so mindful. I was walking around just like noticing the tiny things, smelling the wind. I was just like a complete hippie. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then sort of autumn and December just came and just punched me in the stomach. And now in January,
Mm.
it just feels like I've been sort of off, or not off, but it's just like I haven't been able to like dip in into that mindfulness. So
Mm.
even social media has suddenly had this negative effect on me again. Like
Mm.
I always talk about this, about social
Yeah.
media and how
Let's
it
talk
feels like
about it.
it's just toxic to everyone. But it's not. It's really not. It's just
Yeah.
like I've switched from it being a lot of fun till
Mhm.
suddenly now, especially in January, it's so hard not to compare yourself to all the like in January everyone posts what they managed to do in 2024, right? It's just like look how far I've come. That's
Yeah.
like the typical January social media thing, right?
Yeah.
And
That is toxic.
it's so hard not to compare yourself to other people's
Yeah.
success. And I know that's it's not social media being toxic, it's me because it's the comparing that is
Mm.
ruining myself in a way. But it's so
Mm.
hard not to. So I've had like 3 weeks now that I haven't been on Instagram. I've tried to not be on Instagram just because I've noticed how my mood changes after I've been on it. And it's just like
Yeah.
I just sour. I just like blah.
Mm.
So yeah,
Yeah. But I
so
think it
yeah.
is a little bit toxic as well when people post like all the cool things that happened. I don't know.
I mean, it's a good thing that they've managed to do things like me sharing how I earned a lot of money in 2024,
Sure.
right? It
Yeah.
is like
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't share it on social media, but still, this is a type of social media, a podcast,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
So I understand why people want to share their success, and it's a good thing because they're proud of it, and
Mhm.
it's a good thing to be proud of what you've achieved. It's just that when you don't feel like you're on top of your shit, it just makes it feel even worse to see other people's success.
Yeah. But
But
isn't
it's a
it
me
a little bit,
problem.
yeah, because isn't it a little bit weird though when you've had such a big success? Like
I mean,
why are you feeling less than these people? Like it's actually that is actually the weird thing. I'm not very confused as to the fact that you're comparing, but I would
mm,
think that you would compare and you would be like, yeah, but still a lot of cool things happened in my life too. Like I really leveled up this year. And you're not.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I feel like December messed up
Yeah.
my whole mental health journey in a way and just like put me back a few steps
Yeah.
because I know I have a lot to be proud of. I know like all these things are things that I never thought I would do, right?
Mhm.
Like a lot of the things that I do are dream come trues in a way. So it's so silly that I'm just here like, what? Why can't I?
Yeah.
The funny thing, I need to share this, Maria.
Yeah.
This is so stupid.
Please share.
So I was watching one of your vlogs.
Oh, are you comparing yourself to me now? Okay, tell me. Tell me.
And you had a clip from the gym
Yeah.
and you managed to do pull-ups.
No.
You
Only with
didn't?
no.
Did you have a band?
Yes.
Oh my
So now you can rest assured.
Because I was looking at it, I was just like, oh my god, Maria is doing 2 friggin' pull-ups. And I was just
Yeah.
like, I've been working on doing a pull-up for like a year. And now she's suddenly just like flying up like that. And that was right after another friend of mine had just sent me a snap where she did a pull-up. And I was just like, what the what how can all these people suddenly do pull-ups? And it's been a goal of mine for a year, and
You
I can't.
can't you do one?
It's
I'm
no,
confused.
I lost it. I lost it.
Ah, because I've been comparing myself to you that you can do a pull up every single time I do try to do a pull up in the gym. I actually think about you every time. I'm like, darn it.
Oh my god.
I'm always like, Anna knows how to do this. I can do it too. Like, come on, like apparently there's some competition here between us. I think
I've
now
been
it's good
thinking
that
about
it's good that
you.
we're airing it out. Like we need to get this on the table. We're in this like pull up competition.
Oh my god, I've been thinking about you ever since I saw that vlog. I've just been thinking about you, and I've been like rapping. I've been like so focused on getting that pull up because it's like Maria can do it. I can do it. It's just been, and so you've been an inspiration though. It's not been like I'm not angry at you for for in my head doing a pull up, but but that's the thing, right? Comparing myself to other people that I see, and then it's like, oh, I'm a failure for not being able to do this, right?
Yeah, but it's
It's
kind
not
of funny
true.
because it's very funny that I was thinking you could do a pull up. And so you have been my inspiration, and on the other side, it's been the other way around. And neither of us knows how to do a pull up.
Oh my god.
I love that.
This is so silly. Okay, but at the end of the year, Maria, in December, we
Yes,
will be able to do a pull up.
yes,
Okay? And we're
yes,
going to prove it. We're going to film it. We're going to prove it. And we're going to attach it to the latest
yes.
episode of this podcast for this year.
Great.
Or
That's
in
great.
January next year.
Yeah, I think it's more that. Yeah.
Okay? Deal?
Yes, we have a deal.
Good. Oh my gosh. It
Because
is possible.
I've been working on that pull up myself for like a year, and I actually understand your frustration because it's
Yeah.
so freaking hard. I don't know. I'm doing it every time I am at
Why?
the gym, and it's
Yeah.
still not happening. And I've looked at videos and I like done like different techniques. It's just not happening. And I think
No.
my legs probably are getting that is the only like reasoning I have. It's probably just the worst reasoning, but it's just like I'm also working out a lot with my legs and I'm lifting
Mm.
quite heavy now, so like 100 kilos and stuff. And it's like my legs are probably getting heavier as well, so it's kind of harder for my upper body to like keep up with the
Yeah,
lower.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just I'm so frustrated with it. It was actually my goal last January to do a pull up, and I haven't managed to do it.
Same, same,
Yes.
same. I had that as a goal for last year, and I managed to do it once in 2024. I got up, like, without any band or any assistance once,
Great.
but I lost it. It was
Yeah,
just like it was that one time and then was gone. So
yeah, I know.
yeah,
Oh, that's frustrating.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I actually also always think about Miriam because she said that that is one of our friends. She said
Yeah.
that she had to do a pull up because you have to do that to participate in the hanging the sails on Statsråd Lemkull.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that is like a thing you have to prove that you can do if you want to climb the sails and be part of that.
Yeah.
So now I've also been thinking about that, like how did she manage?
I mean, not to lessen Miriam's achievements because doing a pull up is such a great achievement, but
Yeah,
she is short.
yeah, I know.
That's a lot less weight, but still the same arms.
And I guess we are just very low body heavy as well. But
Yeah,
anyway,
we got
yeah, but
the
she does too,
badunks.
though. She
Yeah,
does
yeah,
too,
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
But it
I
is
don't know.
less weight when you're shorter, but with
Makes
the same sort of arm strength. So it
Mhm.
helps. It's not like a like anyone that is short can do a pull up, but it helps.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Also, generally, if you're really light, I guess it helps.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be like a mental like we that shouldn't be like something you think about because I
No.
know that within like bouldering and climbing, there's been a big wave of talk about the body image issue
Hmm.
because
Nice.
it is sadly sometimes easier to climb
Yeah. Yeah. If you're
harder
light.
routes when you're lighter,
Hmm.
but that shouldn't be a goal. You should have your goal to be stronger, not
Yeah.
lighter. But
Hmm.
yeah, so there's been some issues within that. Same
Yeah.
within like pole fitness too, because it's everything that is calisthenics, right? When you have to use your body weight as weight, then it is the less body weight you have, the easier it will be, but also the you will not be as strong.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think I noticed that a lot because I do work out a lot with just lifting weights, and that kind of messes a little bit with the bouldering in
Yeah.
a way. It doesn't help me a lot, at least, because I do train upper body as well, but I also train a lot of lower body, and it doesn't help
Mm.
me that much when I'm climbing. It's just, yeah, a bit more in the way than it is like a good thing.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah, I know
thing
what
is
you
that
mean.
there are a couple of routes where you can like put your foot on something and then like kind of use your thigh in a way to
Mm.
like push yourself over
Yeah.
in a way. And then I noticed that I'm usually quite good at that because I have really strong legs now. But more like most of the time, my strong legs do not help me at all, which is kind of frustrating sometimes.
Can you do a piston squat?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Sure. I
Because I
tried.
think
I
that
haven't
would
tried
help.
recently.
Yeah, that would help a lot with bouldering because then you can lift yourself up on one
Yeah.
leg.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I
This
can
is
lift
suddenly
myself. Yeah. I
this is
need to
suddenly
try it
like a
again.
sorry, we just talk over each other, huh?
No, no. I just said that I have to try it again.
Yeah, please do. It's just fun that suddenly we are like a workout podcast now.
Yes. It's also part of life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm just studying this mic. Do you remember that one time we recorded and this stupid mic made a lot of sounds because it was like
Yes.
shaky? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is it still shaky?
That was because I was putting my elbows on the table. So I'm not doing that, but I'm just like constantly aware that it's like, is it moving? Is it moving?
Yeah, same with me. Like whenever I put my elbow on this table, the whole thing would shake. So now I'm just like I have my hands over here. I don't touch the table at all.
Yeah. Okay, but that's good. We have a goal for this year. We're going to do one pull up.
Yeah, but we need more goals. We need creative goals. So do you have any creative goals for this year?
I actually tried to like not have so many like physical goals this year, to be
Hmm.
honest. I just stick to the like word of the year now, and I just, yeah, I posted a video very recently about like my way of doing this new year thing this year. And it's more about like all of it is more about a reset of my
Yeah.
life and not about like goals that I have for like the future.
Mm.
So I have like I haven't really thought about my goals that much, to be honest. I just felt like it's been so many years that I've been like, I want to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and it just never
Yeah.
happens. So I was like, but you know what? I'm just gonna let it go for once and just not
Mm.
have any. And then I've had all of these thoughts about, like, should I do this on YouTube? Should I do this on YouTube? And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with whatever I feel like. And so my reset is more about like, I have decluttered my house. I'm selling all my shit. It's really nice. It feels really
Yeah.
good. And then I have like, reflected about the year that has been, and I've done some new things in January to like get out of my comfort zone.
Like what?
And I've started skiing.
What?
Yes.
You're a
Yes.
true Norwegian. What
It
is this?
has actually been a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I've
I
been
don't
so
believe
against
you. Oh my god, skiing.
No, I didn't believe it either. No, but it's
Mm.
really nice. Actually, it is really nice here because when it's this much snow, they
Yeah.
actually create these tracks all over town because there are so many of these fields. So you can probably like travel to almost anywhere in town by ski. So like you can go like across all of these fields to like visit friends and stuff, and it's like it is such a freedom.
Yeah.
So, and also we have mountains here where you can ski. It's really nice. And a lot of people do that in the wintertime. And I've always been like, I should do it, but I just haven't done it. So I'm really glad that I've started now.
Ah, cool.
So that is one thing. I've also, this is not necessarily a new thing, but I'm attending like this ceramics club. So I have a ceramics club every other week, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that has kind of been my New Year things. I've also started the capsule wardrobe.
Cool.
I
Oh,
love
I've
it.
been thinking about doing the same.
Hmm. It
Yeah.
is so nice. I love it.
Yeah. It takes a
Yeah.
bit of work to get it though,
Yeah, but it
right?
was
Because you have to
yeah.
plan it all out.
Yeah, you should at least have a couple of hours to like decide.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't have to create your capsule for like all the seasons. You can just create your capsule for now
Mm.
and then do the next one whenever that is.
Yeah. Oh,
So
clever.
I have like 3 months that I'm going to have this capsule, and I
Mm.
have 33 items.
Ah,
It's called
nice.
the 333 method. So you're like 33 items for 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Cool.
it actually includes like jewelry, shoes, and your outdoor wear as well, like your jackets and stuff. So it is actually kind of hard to, especially in the winter, because you have so much outdoor wear. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of
Oh.
like narrowing down a lot. Yeah.
Oh, but I bet it helps. I mean, right now I feel like I'm just wearing like two pieces of clothes, and that's just like comfy pants
Mhm.
and a sweater. That's
Yeah.
just it. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's cool. And you also had like a writing group, right?
Yeah, that's true. That is also, yeah, that is definitely a
Yeah.
new challenging thing. So yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with the amount of like goals and challenges that are just in those things in themselves, I think. So I don't know if I have that many external. I really love just refreshing everything. It was really nice to just like, yeah, I feel really good and like ready for whatever. Yeah.
Oh, you just start anew in a way.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
hate clutter as well, so I am very big fan of decluttering everything. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Speak of that, I'm gonna have to do some decluttering myself, honestly.
I
Oh, but
become
what?
very inspired, you see, by this. There's this podcast in Norwegian that is called Pengesnakk. Have you listened to
Ah,
that?
I've heard of it, but I haven't heard listened to it. Yeah.
It was really fun because she talked about this challenge that is that you're gonna sell 100 items in 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Oh, that would be
I don't know.
doable.
Yeah, I know it is so doable. That is so
Oh my
strange, you
god.
know?
Yeah.
And I just got very inspired because that is both decluttering and earning a little bit extra money on the side that you can just like put into your savings account, or like
Yeah.
you can invest the money, or you can do whatever. And that is like,
Clever.
yeah, I was just like kind of inspired by the whole thing. And I was like, actually, I'm going to do that. That is fun.
Yeah. It's like
Mhm.
simple steps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mhm.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
What
What is
about
your
you?
word? I was
Oh,
just
yeah, my
wanna
word.
yeah, the word, your word of the year.
So, like, I have my word for this year, I think, is going to be fearless. So, I'm going to try to not let fear be like the deciding factor of the
Oh,
choices I
that's a
make.
good one. That's a good one. I
Hmm.
think we're on the same wavelength then.
Yeah. What's yours?
Yeah. Empowered.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, but it feels like it's weird because empowered for me in the beginning it felt like a negative word or just like something you'd call someone that is a little bit too empowered, you know? I
Mm.
don't know why,
Maybe
but for me in the beginning it felt like a negative word or or it could come from something negative, but
maybe
it
because of the power in the word.
yeah,
Like, power can be both such a beautiful and really cool thing, but also we very well know
have
that
to be
it can
careful
be,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
that's why, like, it's part of it, like the power in it is like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. But for
Hmm.
me, it's both when it comes to business because I want to be more empowered that I follow my gut and I sort of like I I I take I take the necessary steps
Hmm.
to make my business work. I want to be more sure of myself in that sense, but I also want to just be more empowered in me because I've been struggling on and off with my confidence. So
Hmm.
growing that sort of like self-empowerment and self-love in a way would
Hmm.
help me feel more empowered. So my boyfriend had like an example that I have a tendency, for instance, to say like, "Do you want pizza for dinner?" instead of saying, "I want pizza for dinner." So
Hmm.
instead of asking him what does he want the same as I do, I can
Hmm.
rather say, "I want this."
Yeah.
It's a small step, but it's just like being more secure and empowered in my own opinions and feelings and stuff.
I love that.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
really cool. Yeah.
Oh,
That is really nice. And it's good that he's also like, yeah, aware, so that
oh
he can
yeah.
also like, yeah, check in with you in a way and be like,
Oh,
the thing you were saying about being more empowered, you're not doing that right now, like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's good at that. like when I ask, "Do you want pizza for dinner?" He's like, "Do you want pizza for dinner?"
Yeah.
And I'm usually like, "Yeah, yeah, I guess, yeah." So yeah,
Yeah. But you're kind as well, though. Like, it's also
yeah.
okay to be kind and,
Yeah, but I need to shed
no.
some of the people pleasing in me. I feel
Yeah.
like that's something that don't serve me anymore and it never should have served me. So it's just like need to let that part go and I think in that process I need to be more empowered.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is always a good goal, to shed more of the people pleasing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Love that.
It's
Yeah.
hard though. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, but other
Do you have
goals,
other Yeah, do you have other goals for the year?
I don't really have that many specific goals either. I don't want to overshoot and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat my income from last year," because it's like I should be happy with what I earned last year. It doesn't have to be like a race. So now I can sort of like take it a little bit more easy. I feel like if I earned the same as last year, then I'll be happy. It
Yeah.
is like yeah. So I don't have that many goals around that. I will continue thinking about what's best for my business.
Nice.
But I really want to host painting courses.
Mhm.
So that is something new that I really want to do. Uh, and other than that, No. I I feel like this year will be more about my inner work than necessarily business. So since I had my business year last year, this year it can be more about me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is really nice because it's also so easy to end up in this very business oriented mindset when things are going
Yeah.
well and be like, oh, I want to keep this like even more growth, even more. Like, I feel like you have a healthy balance there where you're also like, but this is actually enough. I'm
Yeah.
just going to keep doing what I'm doing and hopefully it will be better or the same instead of
Mm.
having this more, 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 more mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I would just burn myself out if I did that.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so healthy. Yeah, I love
Thank you. I'm trying so hard.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard work being healthy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Especially when you're comparing yourself to,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but I want to try new mediums this year. So I really want to try pastel.
nice.
Yeah. I actually have a sketch right here. I can do like a sneak peek. It's my first one because I bought some new pastels.
Nice.
And so I want to fill this sketchbook up with like little pastel
I
pieces.
love it.
Thank you. It was just like a first go because I feel like I haven't used pastels since I went to school.
Hmm.
So now it's time to just try something new, and that's also a goal that I really want to just have more personal projects that is not made to be sold in the shop. It's just I want to have more sort of like creative freedom within myself. So I want to try pop up like paper kind of cards or something like that. I want to
That's
try
so
something
fun.
new. And
Hmm.
I actually wanted to ask Bendik for tips because I knew that's how he started with like pop up paper art, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
And
yeah,
like
he loves it.
because the things he does now, it's not like pop up in that way. It's just since it's layered more.
Mm.
But the science between like with pop-ups, I
Yeah.
haven't figured it out yet.
Were you there? Didn't we do that in one of our like Christmas
I
workshops?
think so. I think it showed me really quickly,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
that's a long time ago, Maria.
There are like two techniques that I feel like are the easiest ones. And those are really
Mm,
nice to start with because then you kind of understand the science behind it in a way or like the how
yeah.
it works. And then you can like elaborate from there.
Mm.
We should do a little workshop in Bergen or
That's the
something.
thing. I
Yeah.
feel like that could be something Bendy could make online and sell.
Yeah. It could be like a workshop with that so that you can buy
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm just
Good
business
idea.
brained, you know?
Yeah,
Business
nice.
brain.
Yeah. I feel like it's so hard to persuade him to do stuff like that though. But I agree.
But hey, if he
Yeah.
wants to do a workshop, he could do it in me and Leo's studio
Oh,
when he's in
nice.
Bergen. Yeah.
That is true. That would be cool.
Yeah, he can have like a paper workshop with like
Hmm.
pop-ups. That
Nice.
would be so cool.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I will ask him.
Please.
Yeah, I'm actually
Please.
making his webpage right now. It's like I'm hired by my own boyfriend to make a
Wow.
webpage, and
Does he
it's
pay
horrible.
well?
Yeah, I hope so.
Are you fooling around with your boss, Maria? Oh my god, that's crazy.
Well, you know, new year. Yeah, no, he's gonna pay me actually this time because yeah, it's just more fair that way. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's yeah, I'm trying to like add a page where there is like information about the different courses he can have because he actually has a lot of things that he knows.
Mm.
He has a lot of things that he can do as like a workshop. So that is a good point. Maybe I should ask him about the pop-up if that should also be part of the deal, you know.
Yes. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
He's so stubborn though. He's like always very like, no, I want to do this and not that. And I don't like that picture anymore, so you can't use that. And I like that picture because I made that recently, and I didn't like that one because that is 5 years ago. And I'm like,
Leo is the same.
Yeah.
because I really want to get his art into my shop and sell it.
Mm.
But he's just like, no, no. And I'm showing him like some of the artworks that is done, and I love them. And he's just like, no, I don't want that as a print. No, no, no. And I'm like, ugh, come
Come
on, man,
on,
come
let
on.
loose.
Yeah, I know. I've been doing this for so long. Like some of my best sellers are not at all my favorites. So you
Mhm.
have to let that go.
Yeah, and I feel like we are maybe a bit different. We're both perfectionists, but we're also kind of productive. Like we're,
Yeah.
but Leo is also very productive, though. To be fair, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
I
yeah.
guess we make a lot of things, and we don't always perfect everything. I feel
Mm.
like it's just kind of a different type of artist in a way.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we're more
I could never make YouTube videos the way I do if I was like Bendik.
mm,
I don't know, that would not work. But also, I don't know if I could do Bendik's job because he has to be such a perfectionist with some of the things.
true.
So
Yeah, it's very different. Yeah. I feel
yeah,
like you and me, we're more about the exploration of things in a way
yeah, yeah,
that we're not that much about the result
hmm,
or
yeah,
the end
yeah.
piece. It's more like I want to,
Process.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too.
Mm.
Mm. But I think those are really nice goals that you have.
Thank you.
Mm.
Same.
Yeah. But are there
Mm.
like, I was just curious, like if there's like, is there anything like, what are the things that you are like comparing yourself to that you feel like, oh, I'm not doing that? Is it only pull-ups, or is it like,
I
what is
wish.
like the things
I
you are
wish
like?
it was only pull-ups. No, I don't know. It's just a lot of it is a little bit social media based because it is. I don't know.
I was thinking about one thing, so I have one more
Yeah.
question because we didn't mention that actually Anna had like one reel last year in
Oh
2024
yeah.
that got 1 million views, over 1 million views.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was also thinking, personally, I don't know if I think it's so strange to suddenly have a bit of a strange relationship with social media after something like that, because even though you are so good at being healthy with those things, it is so hard when you have this peak and then it is more like normal again afterwards. You
Yeah.
suddenly feel like such a failure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's also like messing a little bit with your feeling about it. I don't know.
Yeah, it might. Yeah, but I've been thinking about that too because I think that
Yeah.
reel, I think I made it in June
Mm-hmm.
or May maybe, so it was early summer. And so that was like a big dopamine rush, right? It was
Yeah.
scary, but it was like a big dopamine rush. Like this is exciting. It was kind of fun to like check Instagram and suddenly see how like all the followers, all the views, and it felt surreal. And then summer started. So I got the dopamine rush from just working in the shop and all the tourists and like having the business go so well. And
Yeah.
then autumn came and it was fine. But I noticed, I mean, social media is changing all the time, right? Instagram changes it's like what it wants you to do all the time. So naturally, my reels started to not get as many views as even before like the big hit of the 1 million views reel. So
Yeah.
suddenly everything just went down, and like that was when I think Instagram wanted you to post like carousel posts of a lot of pictures but with music on it instead, so that was
Yeah.
what they were promoting and not reels anymore. And now I think they're back to reels, but it's I don't feel like I feel like I've sort of lost my voice or my like what I want to do with Instagram.
Mm.
For the longest time, I really wanted to just make it a little bit more casual, and then I and then I wake up and suddenly I want it to be like short film format. It's
Yeah.
like I can't decide what I want to do. In one way, I want it to be super casual, that I just post stories just like "Meh." I don't
Yeah.
overthink what I write or what it looks like. But on the other hand, I really want it to be aesthetically pleasing. And my plan was that with this new studio, that I would be able to have a space where I can film reels a little bit more easier. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and make something of that. But it is, and this is also completely normal, but after a big surge of followers, there's usually a fall off, right? So people drop off after a while. So I think like since I got this huge surge of followers, I've lost 3 or 4 thousand followers
Mm-hmm.
since then. So it's just like it's dripping off, right? So I had this and then it's like, yeah. And that's completely normal. But
Yeah, but it
even
sucks.
though I know it's normal, it's hard to like remind myself that it's not me doing something wrong with my social media. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so but it's also a lot. I follow a lot of great artists.
Mm.
They're so talented and they can do things that I can only dream of. And usually that's inspiring, but when you're not in the best headspace, it becomes this, why can't I
Mm.
do that? Right?
Mm.
And last year, I also in January I had this big plan to learn how to paint clouds, right?
Mm.
And I
Yes.
did that. I did that
Yeah.
last year. This year I haven't really given myself a goal. And I
Mm.
think that is also like something that I should reflect on, because
Mm.
having a goal for my own like personal development with art
Mm.
helped me a lot last year. So I should do a little bit of a, what is my main focus this year? What do I want
Yeah.
to learn? And also like last week, me and Leo started a drawing course
Mm.
on schoolism. So we do like a class, an online class on Wednesdays now.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's gonna be tonight, actually. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Cool.
So that helps a little bit too, to just like feel like I'm
Mm.
doing something for my own
Mm.
like development in a
Yeah,
way,
creative
creative.
development.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
yeah. So I think that's it. I
Maybe.
just think that I had like a little bit of a dip this year.
Mm.
So all the comparison, like people are
Mm.
so talented out there. Like they're
Yeah.
physically talented. They're like uh, like their skills are just amazing, and it's just like
Mhm.
sometimes it feels overwhelming.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also see a lot of people that have like recently started YouTube, and I remember like looking at their videos in the beginning being like, yeah, it's good. It's a good start, like, yeah,
Mm.
you have some stuff to work on. And now
Yeah.
they're like surpassing me, and like I'm just like it sucks.
Right, right. And it's like you're happy for them.
Yeah.
You're happy for them,
Yeah.
but still it's kind of like the question
Yeah.
always comes like, what am I doing wrong that I'm not in the same
Yeah.
place as they are? But it's like everyone has their own journey. It's
Yeah.
not
I know.
identical. Yeah.
Yeah, I've literally been like, I think maybe that's why January is better for me. I think I've been like up until like Christmas, I was just, yeah, I was almost like mourning the like success that I'm not having. Like I was just like
Oh.
actually like crying a lot about it and being like, I am so tired of this not working out. I've tried so
Mm.
hard for so long and it's just not working. And I understand that it's my own fault and it's also I am the only one who can change that, but it's still really hard sometimes to work really hard on something and have it not become the thing that you really want it to become.
Mm.
And I also struggle a little bit with the fact that it's actually not so easy to tell people about it because I feel like if I was doing some other type of career and I didn't get the job I was hoping for, I think a lot of people would understand and be like, "Oh yeah, that's so frustrating," and like, "But don't give up. Like, get up again and just keep going." But I am just like, nobody gets it. Like, people are just like, "Oh yeah, but can't you just do something else then?" And I'm like, I've tried for
No.
4 years, man. Like, I'm really. It is like putting everything behind me that I've worked for the last 4 years. Like, that is actually grief. Like it's actually something really hard to do. And I think people just don't get it because they don't see how much time I've spent on it, maybe, or like how much actually I have put into it.
Mm.
So I guess I just mourned it for like such a long time, and now I'm just like fed up with actually just thinking about it. I'm trying to focus on what I have, and what happens will
Mm,
happen. I guess I'm just trying to be like a bit less focused on what it's gonna become and how
yeah.
successful everything is gonna be. Just trying to be less focused on success, I guess.
I think that's a good thing. I think honestly, like just focusing on success it's limiting in a lot
Hmm.
of ways.
Yeah.
It is that thing like you see it when people do it out of desperation or out of like the need to grow, and
Hmm.
you see it when people do it because they genuinely just like doing it,
Yeah, I
and
know.
that always works out better.
Yeah, I know. But that
Yeah.
is also stressful sometimes because actually sometimes you really want to grow at the same time as you think it's fun. And then you're like, oh no, but then I'm doing that wrong. And yeah, you can
Yeah.
become such an overthinker as well when it just
Oh yeah.
becomes everything feels wrong, even though you're doing most of the things right. Or, yeah.
Yeah. So you sort of had a rough 2024, and 2025 is like your restart in a way,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah.
2024 was not really the best year, honestly. It was kind
Yeah.
of a sucky year, but not like in the way that a lot of the years before that have sucked.
In a different way, a
Yeah.
different flavor of suckiness.
Yeah, because the other ones were really horrible, but this was like more like there was actually one of my subscribers because we were talking about like what were the like words for the year that has been and stuff, and like people were commenting and stuff. And one of them said like I think 2024 was like meh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's meh. Meh. Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
I felt that. I was like, yeah, me too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it was a good year in many ways as well, but it's just very frozen in time. Like nothing really moved.
Mm.
I felt like I was trying to push something forward for a full year and nothing moved. Nothing moved an inch, you know? And
Yeah.
I'm just exhausted, to be honest. I'm just so tired of it. I'm just like, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Go with
Giving
the
up
flow.
is good. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not giving up necessarily. It's just
Yeah.
like letting
Yeah.
go more than giving up because you're
Yeah.
going to continue doing it. It's just not
Yeah.
the highest priority anymore,
Yeah. I guess so.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like just gonna give up the need for something to change, I guess. And then,
Mm.
yeah.
And you have success in so many other areas of your life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And I feel very, very rich in my life. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
Oh.
have all the things I need, like definitely.
Yeah.
We actually looked on like a house yesterday.
Exciting.
Yeah, and it's the dream. Oh my God. It's the dream.
Yeah. Is it the dream house?
It is such a dream house,
Oh my god.
but it's too expensive. And it's like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
What? What?
It
Oh.
sucks. It's like we're just like leaving there, like, like
Yeah.
because we have a friend who like gave us like a tip that these people were selling, so we actually
Mm,
have called them and like asked if we could come. It's more like a private thing, so it
mm.
wasn't like an official viewing or anything. And yeah, I felt like just walking down to this house, I almost wanted to cry. I was like,
Oh
this is
my
so
gosh.
beautiful.
Oh.
So it's like, and they said what the price they were thinking was, and Bendik and I were just like not trying not to show our like,
Disappointment.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Are you
Because,
way off? Is it way off?
yeah, we're kind of way off. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can, yeah, I don't know. We can probably hope that it will not sell for that price,
Mm,
because it's a price that is not that common, I guess, in this area, which was also why we were like not expecting that, to be honest.
mm,
It's a fair. it's a fair price, but it's more about like the market, that it's like not so easy to sell things for that price here.
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah,
you've sent me places that are huge and beautiful, and
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
so cheap compared to buying in a big city in
yeah,
Norway.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was actually one of my goals for this year, was maybe to buy a house, because we knew about this place before
Mm,
Christmas. Yeah. And it was like, I wanted to just jump if this would be possible.
yeah.
But now I'm just like rethinking everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I really love this place. So that's also why I feel so rich in many ways. Like, I so love this place that we live in and this
Yeah.
life. I dream about it. I think once a month I have a nightmare that we have started to rent another place.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I'm
because you're
so sad.
yeah. Your home is beautiful. I mean, I completely get it. Your home
Yeah.
is yeah, it's so
Thank
charming.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, so, yeah, so many good things about this place. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But if it's, you're gonna love it. Like, if we
Oh,
buy this,
I'm gonna cross my fingers
you
really,
would love
really
it so
hard.
much.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Oh.
like this tiny house, and it's like at the end of this gravel road. So it's like completely by itself. And it's
Yeah.
also like kind of tucked in. So you have these trees. So you just see the
Oh.
house like in between the trees. But then when you come to the house, it like opens up into this beautiful big garden. And there are some fields outside there
Oh
where
my
there are
god.
horses. And
Oh
then
my god.
there's the river is just next to it. So you have your own bathing spot, which is
Oh.
crazy. And then you have forest, and it's also like a forest that is like protected.
Oh wow. How
It's,
tiny.
it's not like, it's perfect size. Like,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
not this size, it's bigger than this,
Yeah.
but it's not like super
Yeah,
huge.
because some houses are too big. Some
Yeah,
houses
yeah,
are
yeah.
really way too big. You
A
don't
lot of
need that
them are
much
too big.
space. Yeah.
Especially, yeah, a lot of houses here are too big, and also a lot of the farms are too big. Like
Yeah.
the farm size, like the barn is just
Yeah.
like
It's
too
just
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
enormous.
yeah. But
Yeah.
this has like this tiny barn. It's perfect size.
Mm.
It has a couple of other smaller houses that you could probably like
Yeah. Fix
shape
up.
a little bit, yeah, and use as a studio.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Are you gonna get a pole?
Yes, we can have pole dancing studio in the barn.
Yes.
That would be
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my
Oh,
plan. Like
I also wanted to actually start this pole dancing this month, but actually I have a knee injury, so I can't do it.
no.
Yeah,
So there's a pole course?
yeah, it's in Skien, but it's like I've thought about going there many times.
Yeah.
It would be an hour to drive, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it this year. You know, like it's gonna be my January project. You
Yeah.
know, but I can't do that with this knee stuff,
Oh
which
no.
yeah. But I'm just gonna get well. I'm trying at least. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, crossing my fingers for that too, because when you come here, if you've done the basic course, you can join me for
Yeah.
practice.
Did you have fun
Yeah.
yesterday with the level two?
Oh, I had a lot of fun. So since I've started as a fitness level 2 instructor, I'm still a pole fitness level 1 instructor. So yesterday
Mm.
I had level 1 and then 0 minutes in between level 2. So that was basically like 3 hours of pole fitness in one go. And it was a lot of fun. It was I it's so weird how fun it is to be an instructor. I
Yeah.
never thought I would find it this much fun, but it is.
It is
It's
fun.
just like, it's so much fun to just see people get it when they get it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
yes, I just get so excited for them. And yeah,
Hmm.
oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know
Mm.
the feeling of being like not the pole instructor, but like being a teacher and
Yeah,
seeing how excited they are when they finally manage to do it and stuff.
yeah,
It is actually like really precious.
rewarding.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Mm. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also going to go to another burlesque course. It's in
Nice.
March. Yeah, in March. But so it's still a few months away, but it's
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
to like challenge that part too because burlesque was Oh, that was different. Like
Mm-hmm.
pole fitness is like essential kind of sport because it's ballet on a pole and pretty much in a bikini, right?
Yeah.
But burlesque, you had to tap into this like
Sassy, sexy
yeah,
feeling.
sassy, just like
Mm.
empowered in a way, an empowered creature. So
Yeah.
now this round, I'm gonna tap into my empowered self and just like yeah,
Mm.
it's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I think depends on the type of pole dance, doesn't it? Because some pole dance is like more skewed toward the more sexy
yeah,
and
yeah.
empowered
So
that way.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I teach is pole fitness. So that's more like the acrobatic and the ballet type.
Yeah.
And then it's pole dance, which is more of the dancing part, the flow, when you
Mm.
sort of dance around the pole.
Yeah.
What I do is like up into the pole and then you do
Yeah.
flips and you drop and you meh. And
Mm.
then it's exotic pole. That
Mm.
is more like the super sensual type of pole. And that's when you usually wear heels as well.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm.
Is that like the international terms or is it more like the Norwegian way of
I think that's
operating?
international. So if you Google exotic pole, then like heels usually show up, and the same with pole dance. Then it's more like
Yeah.
the actual dancing part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I would like the dancing part a lot too.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I've
yeah.
gotten really into the dancing part because I love choreographies.
Me
So
too.
that's a big focus of mine right now. Instead of
Mm.
doing a lot of pole fitness, I do a lot of choreographies, and I've been loving that. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other things you want to add to wrap up this year? Do we have some more like tips and tricks? What are we doing with the podcast? We don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yes, no, I have no idea. We're gonna go with the flow, right? We're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna do it as often as we can, but
Yeah.
it's yeah, we're gonna keep the pressure low for now,
Mm, yeah.
right?
And if you guys want to do a full reset this month or this beginning of the year, then you can also check out my video, just like a shameless
Yes.
plug here.
Yeah, no, of course, of course.
Then I would be really happy because I really need my YouTube channel to, to do better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please like and subscribe. Not
Click
desperate.
that like button.
Not desperate at all.
No. Oh.
I'm just kidding. But if you guys want to check it out, then please do.
Yeah.
It was really nice to talk to you, Anna. I love this
Likewise.
catch up call.
Yeah, I
So
missed
much.
you.
Yeah, same. And we missed all of you
Yeah.
guys as well. Thank you so much for
Yes.
following our podcast and
Yes.
for being back here. I hope you enjoyed this episode and also really hope you have a good start to the year.
Yes. Yeah, we can do it.
We can do it this year as well.
Yes. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Bye.